Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wired Nerdy Podcast. This is season number 3, episode number 28. My name is Keith. I'm here with Doug. Doug and I are coming off of a late night. We've been working on a Wired Nerdy project that hopefully will be ready this fall. We have a lot of work to do. So we're kind of sleepy. At least I am. I'm on my second cup of coffee already. How you doing, man? How's your morning? You awake?
Yeah, good. Ready to go. I got a full day ahead of me, some stuff I need to do, so it's going to be good.
I do too. I got some stuff I got to get done. Like car batteries I need to replace. After you and I had to jump, we had to jump my SUV last night. Doug and I got in and I wouldn't start. I'm like, But what's crazy about that is that you had noted that the battery said 2020 or it was 2023. Those things should, given condition, last 3 to 5 years. I mean, it's only been 2 years.
Yeah.
And maybe they just don't make them like they used to. I don't know.
I don't think they do. But yeah, you had a little handy device. You want to tell us about that?
I did. I discovered this quite a few years ago. And I want to disclaimer, I'm not a car guy. So there's a lot of people may hear this and be like, well, duh, Keith. Of course they have those. But we had an issue with one of our other cars, and a tow truck driver guy we had called roadside assistance. And he had this little cool device. It's a battery pack. And it is, I'm trying to see, it's probably about the size of this. This is not it, but it's about this size. But it's basically the size of a large battery pack. And then you connect the terminals to it. And then you put the alligator clips onto your car battery, and then just power it on, and then just starts right up. It jumps your car without you needing a set of jumper cables in another car. So I bought one. They have them on Amazon. They range anywhere from $60 all the way up to $100 or more, because some of them are meant for the higher end ones, more juice to jump larger vehicles. So I put one in each one of our kids' cars since they're all driving, and I always have it on hand, and I have it on a rotation. I think it's every 3 months. I pull them all out, charge them USB-C. But like last night, you and I weren't stuck for very long. We were able to pop that bad boy on and get going on the way. So yeah. Adventures of Keith and Doug. We're always doing stuff.
Yeah, very handy.
So this morning, we're recording this in the morning, if you didn't notice. We've got, it might be a little bit of a shorter one today because, again, we've been wrapped up in our little project. But you want to cue up some nerd news? It's very brief nerd news, but you want to cue it up?
Yeah, let's get to it. I'm excited.
All right, let's hit it.
Nerd news.
See, I would start talking, but this
I know, you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so this one's an interesting topic in that it's an article by The Guardian, and it is a comment. Now, it says that it's a little bit older, but I threw it in here because I thought it'd be a good conversation piece, especially given the summer movie schedules. But it's basically saying that video games are basically replacing comic book movies for the blockbusters. If you remember, Marvel was on their big push for many, many years, almost a decade, where it almost seems like since Iron Man. And those seem to be what was called the tentpole movies, meaning the big releases. Now, saying that, Superman was probably the biggest movie of this summer so far from a box office standpoint. But I think this is interesting because not only does it make the comment about how, they're going to the well of video games for movies, they're doing the same on television. If you look at The Last of Us, I know God of War's in development. They're talking about making a Mass Effect live action. There's a lot of these. You were just talking to me last night about Twisted Metal on Peacock.
Yeah.
If you think about the amount of video game franchises that are now becoming live action, do you think that this trend's going to continue? We had a long time going for superhero movies being kind of the big thing that they were going through. People kind of got fatigued by that. Do you think what's your thought on this? I just thought it was an interesting article to start off with, kind of get the juices flowing on conversations.
No, I think it's exactly right, because you look at back in the day when we didn't really have video games and we had comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're making movies out of the comic book heroes and stuff. So obviously we're switching to this. We have a younger fan base, or the new generation, next generation, is all on video games and stuff like that, not comic books. So what kind of movies are you going to make? The stuff that they're watching, the stuff that they love. So this makes total sense to me.
They love proven IP anymore, meaning that's why we're seeing all sequels and stuff. And if it already has an audience, they want to make a movie. That's really what it is. They don't want to build new IP anymore because it's too much of a risk because movies cost so much. And it is funny. They cited things in here, like obviously Mario movie was huge. The Sonic movies are really popular. And then, of course, they mentioned like upcoming things coming. I forgot. Margot Robbie's doing a Sims movie, like the Sims video game. Like, it's amazing to me, like how many things are coming down the way that are so video game inspired. So it makes sense to me because, again, if Hollywood's wanting to go with something that's proven, video games is like tons of it. Now, here's the interesting thing. Do you think that that video game movies are susceptible to the same fatigue that comic books were? I mean, comic books, whether DC or Marvel, they are relatively kind of the same, meaning one person or a group of people have superpowers, story ensues. Video games are more varied in their storylines. Do you think people will get as fatigued compared to comic books?
I don't know.
Doug's
it is
coughing.
early in the morning. Excuse me. Yeah,
He's
I
got
don't
the
know
old
about
man
that.
gunk.
You know, there is a limited area of video games, I guess, as far as ideas. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Where comic books, maybe like a soap opera, you can change a little thing and it makes a whole new storyline. I don't know if that's tracking this morning.
I think it's the opposite. I think comic books, they follow the same thing, the same blueprint over and over, in that it's always somebody is different from the rest of society and they have to come to terms with being different, and then they have to change the world or save it. Like, that's always comic. Video games, however, you got two Italian brothers that are plumbers versus you have God of War. You have a guy that kills gods versus you have Mass Effect, where you have, somebody that's trying to stop. It's very space opera like. So my opinion is that I think because there's more variety in storytelling compared to comic, maybe people won't become as fatigued on the stories. I mean, look at Hedgehog. It's a little blue guy that runs fast and catches rings. All those examples I just gave are vastly different story things that happen versus look at it, Avengers or Infinity War or Iron Man. It's always somebody or somebodies with powers. It's I think that's why they got tired of it. That's my take. Okay. I think they could last longer. Does that make sense?
The way you explain that, I wasn't even talking about the same subject. So yes, I agree
Doug needs
with
more
that.
coffee. He needs more coffee.
Yeah. Nope, I agree with that.
All right. Well, let's switch up to a topic that maybe you'll get your reflexes going here.
Yeah. So, Microsoft's Xbox handheld, which we talked about that. It was announced a couple months ago. Seems to be a good first step towards a Windows gaming OS. So right now, as you all know, I've talked about my ROG Ally, and it's on a Windows version of, it's on Windows 11, not a version.
What's your impression first, before you get into like what they're saying? Like, what's your impression of it as being a user and owning one?
My thought is maybe I'm getting old. I'll use the O word over here, but I can't see that little screen because it is a full desktop, and it requires a mouse, and sometimes it requires a keyboard. Which
you're talking about the actual OS interface with the start menu. Okay, gotcha. Not just the games themselves. You can see fine.
Building up to that part.
I gotcha. I was trying to understand.
So the ROG Ally with a full version of Windows is not good. But I believe if this article is right and they're building up to something like SteamOS that's way more navigable and easy for people to use, that will be so much better.
Yep.
Because on the ROG Ally, they do a good job of it, but you almost need an external keyboard and external mouse to really get things done fast.
Got it. And this is what we were talking about last night, in that when the ROG Ally, these new versions come out, there is supposed to be a Windows build where they can put it in what's called game mode. And Doug's spot on. Steam has had this, where it goes full screen and you can basically do everything you want on the device without having to get to a desktop. Now, you can get to a desktop on SteamOS, but it's Linux based. And it is also an eyesore a little bit on Steam. If you remember when you had your Steam Deck, it was the same thing. If you're having to click around, it is hard. You need a keyboard and mouse, but it runs really well. I'm glad that they're doing this. Now, this points out the other thing they're doing is tweaks to where it says here that Microsoft doesn't need to load the wallpaper if they do this, the taskbar, and a bunch of other processes. Because, by the way, Windows has a lot of bloat. It essentially is not loading the Explorer shell, which allows you to browse files. That saves around 2 gigs of memory by suppressing all the unnecessary parts of a typical Windows 11 installation. It says it's surprisingly easy to get back to a regular Windows experience on the ROG Ally devices, basically kind of like the Steam Deck. They're trying to emulate the Steam Deck. This has been one of your main chief complaints, right, on this. So maybe they'll get it solved. Do you think it'll? Are you going to hold on to your device longer? Or are you thinking about switching up? Like, where are you? You've been using it? Like, you basically have this unit. It just doesn't have the handles
You know,
or the Xbox button.
your brother Brian might call it, but I haven't touched it at all. I haven't played it. I'm thinking of offloading it. So there's a phrase in my house called wheeling and dealing. I buy something and then I get rid of it pretty quickly.
We've talked about it on the podcast, man.
We have,
yeah.
And I don't know if I'm waiting for this to come out, because having a little Xbox console and a handheld would be amazing. Or waiting for the alleged Steam Deck 2, which I've seen more and more rumor that it is coming out. They're just waiting to release it, because it's kind of the Dreamcast curse. We talked about that last time. So if ROG Ally is releasing this Xbox handheld, not that it's a competition to the Steam Deck 2, but don't want to release it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Valve and everybody there is looking at that and thinking, we've got the Steam Deck 2, but now we can work on that a little bit more and wait and release it in our own window.
Do you have Xbox Game Pass?
I do not.
Okay. To me, I think that if you already did, this makes more sense in that Xbox Game Pass is very Windows centric.
Yeah.
If most of your games are in Steam or in the Steam library, right, on PC,
they are.
Then it probably would make more sense for now to stay within the Steam space. But yes, you do wheel and deal. But where I give you credit, Doug never pays full price for anything. Whenever he gets tired of something or he's not using it, he will trade up and he'll get something brand new that's like $500. How much you pay for that? $100. Because he sells his other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll give you credit on that. It's not like you're hoarding and just buying and buying and buying, and then all this gear is stacking up. You're pretty good about trades and making
I try to be a minimalist, but maybe sometimes I'm too much of a minimalist. Right now, I'm loving this desktop PC. We talked about it last night.
Yeah, we did. Your patterns have switched. You used to be a super mobile gamer, yeah.
Coffee strikes again. Sorry about that.
Keeps coughing.
The other thing is my iPad. I'm in the Apple world now. We talked about last night that there's only Steam Link with your home-based computer on.
Yeah.
If they get to cloud-based gaming from your library with Steam, I would just have my iPad and a game controller. I know the iPad's big and bulky, but I've got it in a case now. I can set it up on the table or something. And that's a huge screen. That's a 12.9-inch screen or whatever it's called. So that's my thought is, do I just save my money, use it for something else, and maybe one day they'll make the iPad compatible, or use Steam Link and play Steam Link through my iPad as well.
You got options. You have more options now to play mobile than ever before. Yeah. And I was telling Doug even at one point, I was like, man, we may be switching. If I were to have to replace my desktop, I don't know if I'd build a new one. I could upgrade it, obviously. That is an option. See, now I'm getting choked up like Doug. These morning podcasts, man, they're killing us with this coffee stuff. Or would I just go with a gaming laptop like he used to have? Because I don't like being chained to my desk because I'm at it all day working. So that's kind of my thing. We recently played Battlefield 6. And by the way, great beta, loved it.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to talk more about that. But after that session, I had so much fun. But I was like, man, I feel like I've been sitting at my desk working, and I'm already at this desk like 8 hours a day, if not more, working. So that's the downside now of me having a desktop, is I almost want to be mobile when I game. And so I don't know, man. It's like how our patterns change. But I was saying last night, my Steam Deck, I predominantly use it for retro gaming, in that my emulators, my ROMs, if I want to grab something out the door and I know I'm going to have like 5,000 retro games to play, that's the value to me. It's not so much in the Steam. I don't play AAA titles like Cyberpunk on it. I'm going to want to play that on my TV or my big monitor because I don't know, to me, it's a better experience for a big AAA game like that. But for playing Super Nintendo games, Genesis, it's on these devices all day long, in my opinion. So that's just how my usage has changed. Everybody's a little different.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head there with the big title AAA games. Is that I want the most premium experience to play that game. the little screen, the little handheld. I'll use the L word again. I'm getting old. Of that screen is small, and if I'm playing Battlefield 6, if I'm playing Cyberpunk, Starfield, the new Fallout game when it comes out, I want it on the most premium screen that I'm looking at right now, and most premium handheld or
Yep.
controller, sorry, or the keyboard and mouse combo. So
And then you throw
I
in battery
would.
life, man. Like you're
Oh
playing a
yeah,
AAA title like Cyberpunk. You're getting what? 2 hours? 3 hours?
yeah. So I'll say it here. I downloaded Cyberpunk to my ROG Ally, 20 frames per second, which is terrible. And then the battery life, I thought that my battery was throwing up and just dying in front of me. It's just
It's a huge draw.
draining. I thought it was a countdown timer at first.
You watching those numbers?
Yeah.
Make
But
us
things like that, I think, in my opinion, yes, it's great on the go if you're traveling and stuff. But for the most premium experience, I'll probably stick to my desktop or the iPad if I can get Steam Link to work.
I think when it comes to these handhelds, it's a good thing in that I think there's two things we're going to see happening. This is a prediction, okay? So it's the processor types are going to become more dialed in, and kind of like what you've seen already on cell phones, for example. Like, with I think they're going to dial it in. And then second, the operating systems are going to get better. Those two things hand in hand are going to extend battery life and frame rate, all that stuff. I think it's going to get to a point where it will get better. I am glad that Microsoft is, and I put the screen up here. This kind of shows you the screen. I'm glad they're doing a game mode. I think this is a good thing. I'm glad
Yeah.
they're moving in this direction. I'm glad they're copying Steam in this direction. And I think it's a good thing overall, and it's just going to continue to evolve to kind of put a button on it for them. All right. This last piece is just more of an announcement, which is kind of a well done. I had mentioned earlier that Superman was a really big movie this year. It's proven now, and I think they're trusting James Gunn and company. So they asked him about his DC Universe gaming plans, and he said they are in development, but it just takes time. So up to this point, it's been, like it notes, largely radio silence on the gaming front. But Gunn has indicated they've had movement in that space, and it's just going to take time. We've not had a really great Superman game. Wouldn't that be awesome if we finally get that?
It would be. It'd be really good. I've played some, I think, on the PlayStation, if I'm correct. Maybe one on Super Nintendo.
Dude,
I'd have to look that up.
There's one on every console, pretty much, and they're just kind of.
But they were pretty rough back in the day. Yeah.
If I would love to have a Superman game that is as good as like Spider-Man on the PlayStation, great game. Or Batman Arkham. You ever played any of the Batman Arkham games?
I have not.
They're
and
great.
That's another
dude
Douglas out there. Yeah.
You have a deep back catalog, so it's fine.
Yeah,
so
I do.
Yeah, but they're great. The Batman Arkham games are just chef kiss. They're so good. The fighting system is so good because of the way you do counters and stuff. Oh, it's in the story's awesome. Voice acting's awesome. You got Mark Hamill in there as the Joker, so it's great. So good. Anyway, I'm hoping we'll get more of that.
Yeah.
From these DC movies out of that. I think that wraps it up for the news. I don't know if you knew this, but my brother had messaged us this week, and there was a very large conference called Gamescom 2025. Now, there's a dude by the name of Jeff Knightley. He's been in the video game industry for a long time, both in the reviewing space, and this dude, I give him credit. He basically started his own after E3. If you don't know what E3 is, it was the big conference that you used to be able to physically go to, and this is a game announcements. This is like his version of it. And man, the amount of games, some of them we already knew, but the amount of games in this are nuts. So first of all, did you catch it? It was a long event. It was like many, many hours.
I did not, but I looked at several articles after it was over, and I've got some things to say in here. I got some stuff that I may be excited about.
All right, that sounds good. So I found a summary from our friends at PC Gamer, and we're not going to go over all these. Literally, this would be like a 2-hour podcast if we did. And Doug and I can't do that. Our voices will give out. But we are going to scroll through and just look at the ones that kind of call out to us. Some of them I knew about, some I didn't. I'm going to start at the very top here. Did you ever play any of the Bubsies? I think they were big on.
I did.
Yeah, they were big on older consoles. They're bringing it back, man. 4D is what they're calling it. I don't know if you saw that. I love the hand-drawn style of it. I got
Yeah.
it playing there on the screen.
So
So-
Bubsy 3D came out on PlayStation 1. I
PlayStation 1
played
good.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you on the research piece there. That's awesome. I'm gonna zoom in on so we can see this pretty. I'm messing up my screen now. There we go.
Back in 1996.
Dude, 96. So I'm glad they're bringing this back. Proven IP.
Yeah.
You watched this show,
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, man. There
So,
was an MMO that this was based on. What are your thoughts on this? It's a little
I'm
late.
excited,
Why now?
But only if they have a hot Cylon number 6 and they use frack a lot.
They probably will. No,
If you've watched Battlestar Galactica, you have
you'll get
you
it.
have exactly what I'm talking about.
So say we all.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Kind
It's
of
good.
fell a little flat at the end. We won't do any spoilers if you haven't watched it.
No. Yeah.
This game, it's a strategy game. It looks very much like what was that game? Homeland? Homeworld, thank you. That's what it reminds me of. So you're controlling fleets, getting into battles. I don't know. I'd have to kind of see it in action to see what it's like, but I don't know. I don't know if this will be my style of game or not. It looks very strategy focused. I don't know if you'd play it or not, but
And the art style seems, and I'm gonna make fun of it a little bit, like the cheap love story games off of Facebook.
It reminds me of
it doesn't look good. I don't like the art style at all.
So here's the thing: the ships look awesome. This is what's weird to me about this game.
People's faces and stuff.
Like, look at the ship looks awesome. Like these battles here, I love this. But you get to like this part here, like I don't know.
That's kind of art style I'm talking about.
Yeah, it looks like a mobile game. Like right here, look at that. It looks kind of like one of those free mobile games with ads.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
No, I think you're right. I don't know. Oh, did you ever play Outlaws?
I did not.
Oh my God, Doug. You have to. This was a Lucasfilm game. I guess it would make sense. Maybe you didn't. This was a DOS game back when, and Night Dive Studios doing these reboots. Oh, they're so good. This was a Lucas Arts game. And if you don't know, LucasArts, of course, was tied into the Star Wars, owned by George Lucas. Great games. This was a Doom-like shooter, but it used a hand-drawn art style. They're remastering it, and it's a Western.
Oh, nice.
And it looks so good. Let me jump over here to look at that, man. It is so much fun.
That does look awesome.
So if you remember like Dark Forces, Star Wars, they made.
No, I played that.
Yeah, the same company made this.
Oh, good.
And so then you see, it's very Doom-like, but I love that they're bringing this back. This is a cult classic. So much fun. So this was a very big surprise announcement to me, and I love Night Dive Studios for always grabbing these awesome games and rebooting them.
So one of my favorite Westerns way back in the day, and hopefully you remember, is Sunset Riders.
I do. Yeah, I played
the
arcade
Super Nintendo. Side-scrolling.
Didn't they have a Super Nintendo version of it? I think
they did. Yeah,
it was
maybe
great. Even had it on Genesis too. But yeah, man, there's some good Western games. So this looks awesome. I'm so excited about that. I don't know what some of these are like.
Dinge Attack. It's all one word there. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I saw this. It's a subway that.
So you're kind of Tony Hawk with a subway?
It is. It's weird. It's a Japanese game. Yeah. So I'm sure it looks fun.
Japanese are interesting.
I don't know if I'd pick it up, but it looks interesting. There's the button. Now this I'm excited about. Did you see this?
It does look good.
Oh my gosh. It starts off like the
with
old
the 80s commercials
with the He-Man, because they're making a new He-Man movie if you all don't know. But this, oh my gosh, it's a beat 'em up side scroller with pixel graphics, very much like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder Revenge, which was awesome. This looks so good. Then they did. I think there's also a Marvel game coming out that's like this style. So I'm excited.
Yeah, my brother, I heard stories from my mother that he was super into He-Man. He'd dress up like He-Man, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. They were fun toys. But I love that they're doing that style and bringing it back, so that's good. This one's like a Val Mortis. It's Souls. It's like Dark Souls is what it is. Yeah. It looks gorgeous, but
it does look
all
amazing.
the Elden Ring-esque games look unbelievably beautiful, and then you want to throw your controller at the screen because they're so hard. I don't know if you've ever played any of these.
Yeah. If I understand a game being difficult, but if it's so difficult it's not fun,
Yeah, I know.
then I don't pick it up.
I
Which,
play
I
it for
mean, sore
stories.
loser over here, I know, but it at least needs to be entertaining.
Well, a lot of people love them though. They love the challenge and stuff. They're
Ooh,
gorgeous. I will
yeah.
say that they're beautiful games, but I don't know. I don't know if that's my jam, but we'll see. Oh, I put this on my as soon as I saw this because it's pixel graphics. It's very adventure game point and click.
Oh, you
But
got too close to the fence there.
I did. I put this on my my wish list,
Oh, no,
and
I got to
it's
do that. Dang it.
dude, it's so good. It's called Long Gone, and you're in a zombie apocalypse. It's pixel graphics. It's very point and click adventure. Oh my gosh! And there's like a whole bunch of different ways that you can solve the puzzles. Dude, this has got me. It looks so good. So as soon as I saw this, I'm like, yep, adding it to my list. So it is on there. I'm excited. That's the only downside of like these game things is that my Steam wish list gets longer and longer.
Now, I'm going down a side road here. This kind of excites me because we've talked about this. It has an Apple logo by its
Becoming more and more
name.
common.
So I have talked about getting a little Mac Mini and getting Steam on it.
Oh yeah, it works great.
If they put a bunch more games on a Mac Mini,
they're getting there. And you notice you're starting to see more and more, like when you see the Mac conferences, they were pushing Assassin's Creed. They're pushing, so they're starting to. I don't know. Maybe it's a turning point. The Macs are definitely powerful enough to do it. So,
oh yeah, and look at the form factor of that thing. That's a whole different
it is.
show, though.
It is. Swords of Legacy. I mean, this is an action RPG. Gaijin 3 is kind of what it's based on. I don't know. To me, it looks very Dynasty Warriors-esque, like, you know?
I was about to say that.
So, I don't know. Huh. Not really my jam, but it looks beautiful. Did you see this one?
I did. Now, this excites me because there was a game on Dreamcast, and I loved it.
Yeah, but that was an arcade one, wasn't it? That was arcade.
Yeah.
This is more American Truck Simulator. Well, this is called Road King. And
yeah, the Dreamcast one was 18-wheeler American Pro Trucker.
That's not the same thing.
I had to look it up.
Yeah, that one was very arcade. This one is you actually are delivering roads. Now, I bought American Truck Simulator off the last Steam sale. I haven't played it yet though, because it also has a cult following. But yeah, you have to get your load to a certain place in the country by a certain time and get paid money. But this game, it looks gorgeous. I will say that.
Now, the one thing I'll say is this is probably going to be very successful. Could you look at the success of the Farm Simulator series? People love that. And there's competitions. People have built like entire combines and tractor cabs in their living rooms.
People love this
assume they would do the same thing.
Oh.
And with that being said, I've seen YouTubers and streamers that have entire truck cabs in their houses right now.
Really? That's insane. That's insane. All right, let's keep on scrolling here.
See, maybe there'd be an option on that game. I would play the State Trooper.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny. You got yourself some Sonic Racing Worlds. This is just cashing in on the whole Mario Kart experience, in my opinion. And they never seem to.
It'll
be
never
as
touch
good.
it, but
it
it's
just won't.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, looks great though. It looks like it'd be fun for a little bit. All right, keep on rolling here. I'm gonna let you talk on this one. Call of Duty.
Should we even talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 7?
I want you to talk about it. Just go ahead, and then I'll get my thoughts.
So we're looking at this trailer. It looks like you're in the world of Inception.
That's what I was going to say.
You're tripping on some LSD or something.
It does, doesn't it?
But Black Ops 7, I don't know the storyline. Others who know Call of Duty Black Ops will tell me the storyline. But apparently you're fighting this force, and they've messed the world up psychologically, mentally, physically.
They went to the future again. This is in 2035 or whatever it was.
They're getting some star power there. That one guy was from Heroes and some other shows.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the negative views. So right now we're sitting at 220,000 thumbs downs for Black Ops 6. And maybe that's my boys over in the Battlefield camp doing a little
review bombing.
Yeah.
My thought...
I don't like it. I don't like the whole trippy thing.
It's sci-fi. To me, just make a new game franchise and make it sci-fi. Make it trip. Like there's big daggers falling from the sky because they're in an alternate universe. Like that's what you see in the trailer.
And then the highway is flipped up like Inception style. If you've seen that movie.
I think they're just trying new stuff.
There's crazy jumps.
Because it gets old. And look at that. Yeah, you're right. They're jumping
They're
off. I don't know.
parkouring off of
It doesn't
billboards.
look like a Call of Duty game to me.
No.
So I don't know. We'll see. They've had some duds in the past and they always rebound. So maybe this will be a dud. Maybe it'll be great. I don't know.
There definitely is a fan base for Call of Duty people, and there's a fan
Yeah.
base for Battlefield 6 people.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I put the Call of Duty people into kind of more modern, younger generation that
Maybe.
likes these fantasy things. And Battlefield 6 is it's not a true military sim. There's way more serious ones out there. But it's getting back to a true military sim, not a lot of fancy stuff in it.
Goes back to like, is it arcadey or not? Now, we got to remember Battlefield 2043 was a futuristic one. Now, it wasn't this weird with big giant,
it was not.
soldiers.
But it had some maybe believable stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's keep on scrolling here. Whoa, my power just kind of dipped. Are we still going here? Yeah, we are.
You're live, yeah.
Okay,
We're
good.
doing it live.
That was weird. That's scary. All right, Lords of the Fallen. That's been around for a long time. I've never really played them. Again, looks very Souls-like to me.
Diablo-esque.
Yeah, maybe. They didn't really show any game footage. It was all... Yeah, I'm assuming it's like that. So we'll keep on going here. Sekiro. Now, this has been around for a while. It's very anime.
I like the art style.
I do. I like, again, they didn't really show a lot of gameplay. So to me, it makes me wonder how... Now, wait a minute. Is this just an exclusive Crunchyroll? They make... Oh, maybe this isn't a game. See, you got to remember... Oh,
there
this is
animes.
This is a full-on anime. And the reason why, like, there's a Fallout trailer. So we got to remember with Gamescom, they didn't just do video games. They also had, like, show announcements.
Yeah.
So that's what tripped me up. Batman Lego. Did you ever play these?
Oh, yeah. They're amazing. So Lego did such a great job on turning the games to Star Wars, Indiana Jones. There was a couple
Jurassic
others.
Park,
Yep.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They're so great. Well, they're doing another one of these, and it's Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and it's got Bane in it. These are always great.
It looks awesome.
I'm glad they're doing them. All right, what else we got here? Oh, Warhammer. Now, this looks very Command and Conquer-ish, if I remember correctly. We already played, you and I played the shooter.
Yeah, Warhammer's one of those games where the same title has two different playstyles. So is it a first-person shooter?
Yeah.
Or this kind of top-down command mode?
Yeah, it looks great, though.
It does look good.
It looks really good. I know these are very popular. It looks very Command and Conquer StarCraft-ish. So, yeah, they look great. I don't know. Looks like a lot going on screen at once. It'd be kind of fun to try. But
it would be.
Of course, we've got ourselves some Monster Hunter. It's an announcement for them to do a Final Fantasy crossover with the existing Monster Hunter game. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. This one, they already had this announcement. Again, very action RPG. So this isn't new.
And I think that's the one you talked about that you have to parry the attacks.
Yes, you do.
And there's a lot of button mashing.
We talked about that when they had their Microsoft Game Showcase not too long ago.
Yeah.
Infield will lure you in with anime and then hook you with base building. So it's kind of anime, and I guess you build a base.
Interesting.
It almost reminds me of the factory games that they have on Steam. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
Europa. I've never played these. They're supposed to be very...
I tried to play Europa, but it was so complicated, the one I tried to play.
It's like a Civilization on steroids, like too many more details, right? With
so many details.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, if you're really into like historic strategy sims and you want like, really complex. I mean, again, it looks great, but I don't know. I'll stick with Sims or Civilization. Yeah. Oh, they got your Fallout show.
They do. And I made some notes about, I'm super excited. So as we kind of go through this trailer, they have power armor and all the good stuff, the Pip Boys, but then they have, let me get to my notes here.
Going to Vegas.
Yeah. They show, I don't want to give it away too much, but Vertibirds, Vegas from Fallout, New Vegas. They show Mr. House, Robert House, if everybody knows that, the protagonist for the Vegas area. They also show Caesar's Legion. It's a clan or a group in there, so I'm super excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And then looking in the background, that's what got me on the first season is all these little things like the stim packs and the robotic toys and stuff. Whoever did their set design, it did so well. And there we're looking at Robert House or Mr. House.
Yeah, and what's cool is like with this,
That's a vertibird there that we're looking at.
Bethesda, the game creator, is really big on they give them all the game assets. So like I was seeing like all of the props, the power armor, everything is based off game assets. That's why it looks so much like the game. I wish more
They did such
places
a
would do
great
that.
job.
They did. And vertibirds were in the first season, by the way, just so you know. That's not new.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks great. I'm excited. Great show. Keep it coming. There's an add-on for Indiana Jones. I never played the first one. I want to.
Everybody I've talked to said it's great.
Yeah, I've heard really good things. So this is an add-on. So maybe if I wait, they'll just keep putting all the add-ons on, and they'll do like a big compilation for it.
Play the whole thing at once.
Yeah, there you go. But it looks great. Let's keep on scrolling here. Oh man, we've talked about World of Tanks, man. People love these games. This is like a 16-minute video.
Yeah. I've got a cousin that has probably spent ungodly amounts of money on this game. And he's played it since day one.
Dude, it is popular. This is 2.0 version. So I bet they're pretty excited. The people love these games. And they look great. The graphics always look amazing. So, and they do World of Ships, World of Planes. They have like a whole series. And so this thing looks over the top. Look at all them tanks, dear Lord.
Oh, yeah. No, I play World of Warships. It's really good.
Is it? Yeah. Very cool.
But I refuse to pay to upgrade or pay to play.
Yeah.
So you can upgrade. These games are famous for upgrade the slow way, really slow way,
grindy,
or upgrade the pay way.
Yeah.
And spend your money.
Yeah. You get cool stuff if you spend. So, all right, keep on scrolling through here. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which I think they're doing a toxic. No, it's Toxic Avengers. This is something else. So this is John Carpenter, the horror master, apparently. Video game tie-in. It's been in the works for quite a while. First announced 2 years ago, and basically it's co-op game. It looks very Call of Duty zombie like.
It does,
like Left 4 Dead. That's what it reminds me of. So I don't know. Might be interesting. We'll see. Another co-op game. This looks cool. Scrolling by Death. Collect gold, avoid the Grim Reaper long enough to pay the ferryman's exorbitant river crossing fee to the afterlife. Now, this actually looks like something I could get behind. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. The art style reminds me very much of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yeah, it does. It does. A very Link to the Past kind of. So it's from Microprose and Ron Gilbert. Ron Gilbert. He's known for the Monkey Island, for the pirate game, point and click Lucasfilm game. So yeah, this might be. I'm going to add this one to my list. So, dude, we're not even halfway through this list. I'm going to scroll faster. There's so much. We can just keep going here. Cinder City was a big one. Silent Hill, we heard about that. Silent Hill F, that one's already done.
It's the Japanese version.
It is. Lots of anime. I'm just kind of... Age of Empires.
Ooh,
exciting. Coming to PlayStation.
Now, I have played and I have loved every single Age of Empires. Well, not every single, but the mainline Age of Empires games. They've been so great.
Yeah. This is good, man. I'm glad they're bringing this one to... looks like 4. Comes to the PlayStation. I'm excited. PlayStation 5, man. That'll be fun. Looks great.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I played 4, even on PC.
4 was really good. It seemed super short. Not to
no.
Throw some hate on it, but
no, that's cool.
The campaign was short.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. All right, Kingdom Come. We were talking about this last night. This is an add-on for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which was a huge game this past year. So I haven't played them. So I don't know.
I have not. Yeah.
I bet a lot of people are excited about it. So I'm getting some DLC for that. Cult of the Lamb. I played this. Woolhaven.
This
game is so crazy. It is really out there, but it's great art style. Great DLC. Warcraft is getting some love. World of Midnight, the official cinematic. Of course, their cinematics are just you can't touch. Diablo and World of Warcraft cinematics. They look like movies. And I don't know if you know this. You can go to YouTube and people stitch them together like they're whole films. If you ever just want to watch the cinematics.
I actually do. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Now, there was a Warcraft movie that I liked, but I'm sure the Warcraft people were like, no, not even. Yeah.
I loved it. And it was big. It was big in China. People loved it in China as well. I was hoping they would continue with it because I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So,
but I guess if you're a diehard fan, they didn't do it justice.
Yeah, I guess so. They thought it could be better.
Yeah.
Project Spectrum. This is a player versus player game. Of course, Ghost of Yoti, which is a continuation of Tsushima. I'm just kind of going through the things we haven't. Then people are freaking out about this. The Resident Evil Requiem. This is the next Resident Evil game, and people are really excited about it. I'm kind of clicking through it here.
Kind of looks like it's getting back to its old roots.
It is getting back into the original like mansion and that sort of thing. So
very nice.
It looks really good. I'm excited about it. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Black Myth Wukong. Oh, this one's a Zongku trailer. Black Myth Wukong was a big game that everybody really liked. So this is DLC for it. Let's see what else. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. This has been going on for a while. This one we kind of knew about. It's a vampire game. But this one is not new. It's just a new trailer, I think. And I think that's most of it. Then it gets into the breakdown of opinions. So, dude, that's a lot. And what's funny is we've had Nintendo Directs, which there was a past one, I think, this past week. I didn't catch it. Nintendo Directs. We've also had Xbox. It's insane to me, the amount of stuff that's coming out.
Yes.
So, good times. Good times.
Exciting stuff to look forward to.
All right, brother. What am I forgetting? Wrap us up here.
So we have a big project in the making. I can say that we have finished taping the main portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to give you. We are super excited. So stay with us. We have a huge project coming out. Other than that, thank you for returning every week and listening to us and supporting us.
That's right. And don't forget, we have our merch store out there that you can check out. And we're active on the socials with the Instagrams and the Facebooks and all those kinds of fun things. We do have some fun stuff in store for you guys. It's going to take a while. It's something like we've never done before. So it's going to take a bit, but we're really excited about it. We're going to see how this goes. So it'll be fun. But like Doug said, thank you for joining us every single week. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. And y'all stay nerdy.
See ya.